Yesterday evening, US Air Force and Northrop Grumman unveiled their newest cutting-edge aircraft, the B-21 Raider, a stealth bomber of the next generation. The unveiling itself did not show too much, as the plane is still very much a secretive program. The Air Force was careful to present it in a way where it controlled which parts of the plane would be visible to the public. Even the unveiling event itself was done uncharacteristically late in the day, as nightfall was waited for, so satellite photography would be hindered. While only the front of the plane was shown, the general shape of the plane was known in advance, as the Air Force had released various renderings of the plane. What B-21 is a somewhat smaller flying wing than the B-2. The overall shape is very similar to the B-2, as it can't be beat for the mission at hand: to use superior stealth levels, to penetrate enemy defenses and attack multiple targets at once, after performing an intercontinental flight if needed. While the B-21 has a simpler looking trailing edge, even that was present in early variants of over 30-year-old B-2, which got a redesign to also fly efficiently at low altitudes. So one can conclude B-21 is not meant to rely on its superior stealth. Somewhat smaller size may also point out towards basing option for the bomber being less demanding than those for the B-2. With more basing options and bases closer to potential battlefields, the range may be somewhat shorter than that of the B-2. That doesn't hurt the plane much though, as it's still likely capable of intercontinental flights using in-air refueling. B-21 will be using simple low-cost shelters. That's different from the high-cost shelters for B-2 bombers, which famously had to maintain specific atmospheric conditions so its stealth materials could be maintained. Due to advances in technology, stealthy materials on B-21 aren't so finicky. Maintenance will also be quicker, as maintainer personnel will be using augmented reality goggles, showing virtual insides of the plane overlaid over the actual image, so workers won't lose as much time consulting technical drawings and deducing how and where to replace key subsystems on the plane. The B-21 is planned to be updated quickly using open software architecture, well, open in military terms. There are going to be no more block updates coming every few years. Rather, many minor software updates will be done when needed to quickly deal with new threats. The B-21 will serve as part of long-range family of strike systems, which will contribute towards intelligence gathering, surveillance and recon capabilities, as well as electronic attack and other capabilities. It will also be optionally manned. So it's a given that the B-21 will be full of various sensors to gather all sorts of data. Mentions of various small decoys and jammer decoys, likely dispensed by the B-21, have also been made. Those would fly alongside the bomber when needed to provide aid to its defenses. Timothy Reid, head of Air Force's Global Strike Command, expects B-21 to arrive in units in mid-2020s. And according to Air Force's Lieutenant General James Dawkins, the new bomber will be ready for service by 2027. The B-21 is scheduled to start replacing the B-1B. But as more and more bombers get made, it will also replace the B-2s as well. US Air Force plans to completely retire both old bomber types sometime in the 2030s. The Air Force, however, plans to retain the even older B-52s for as long as possible, to have them serve alongside the B-21s. While the B-21s would do dangerous penetrating missions, the B-52s are likely to be used as standoff missile dispensers. It's been rumored that the US may share or sell some B-21s with or to Australia, but that has yet to be seen. So far, Australian Defence Minister said use of next-generation stealth bomber was being examined. What's likely for now is that the US will be seeking to base some of its B-21 fleet in Australia. The first flight of the Raider prototype is scheduled for 2023, possibly even by summer. But for more on the B-21 bomber, Binkov's viewers won't have to wait nearly as long. We will be releasing another video within days, where we will cover more about the program and try to offer a better insight into its capabilities.